Oh boy, what a beginning. Is this blocking the view of me to the camera? My giant Red Bull. I usually don't drink the big ones. Usually I go 8 ounces because there's something about the amount of liquid to can and coldness ratio in an 8-ounce Red Bull that is stupendous. But we work with what we have, and I'll take this big boy down. Trust me. Trust me. It is I, Josh Potter, here with you for another episode of the Josh Potter Show. If you're watching this on the day it comes out, Brea Improv tonight. It's Josh Potter and friends. The friends are minimal. We got Annie Letterman. We got Miranda Meadows, who I just met at Skankfest. We've got a guy I've never even met. But
it's gonna be fun.
But he's super funny, and you might have seen him on Adult Swim. So yeah, it's gonna be a good show. Thanks you, Sarah, for telling me it's gonna be fun. I appreciate it.
It's gonna be fun. Annie's amazing.
No, it's going to be fun.
Miranda's amazing. She's a door guy at the Comedy Store. It's opening up.
No, it's a great lineup. I wasn't poo-pooing the lineup. I was poo-pooing the fact that I have no friends.
You have friends.
I kind of do. But to put that name on it and be like, who am I going to get? Everyone's out of town. Everyone's got shows. Anyhow.
Josh Potter and acquaintances.
I'm going to have a great time. We're going to drink beers. Come out to Brea. It's going to be fun. I got a whole bunch of new stuff I'm working on. So come on out. And then outside of that, this weekend, I will be in La Jolla at the Comedy Store. My first time headlining there, December 1st through 3rd. And then Tampa Bay Side Splitters to round out the year, the 22nd and 23rd of December. Get your tickets. All the links can be found in the description of the episode and on my social media. Also, we have the Patreon, patreon.com/The Josh Potter Show, twitch.tv/Josh_Potter. Had a great time streaming the big game between Ohio State and Michigan. That was a hell of a game. I didn't even care that I lost my bet. What a game. Hell of a game. But I'll begin the show by letting you know that we don't talk about football anymore on the show. Football is dead until 2025. And I bet all you sports haters are happy about it, you perverts out there who hate sports so much. Oh, I hate when I love you, Josh, but I hate when you talk about sports. Well, you're lucky, because guess what? I don't want to talk about him anymore. Sorry, Nice Boy Clock. I cursed already. But so we'll start with the news today. That's all I'm saying. And we have a very lovely guest in the studio right now. She's one of the favorites inside the Roach Motel. And she's, of course, from the podcast This Bitch, which just sold out their This Bitch and Friends. Hell of the friends on that one. Sold out the main room of the Comedy Store this past weekend. And also, you know her from her podcast, Shank. It is the one, the only Sara Weinshenk, everybody.
Hi.
Are you going to be anywhere? You want to tell people to come see you?
I'm in Texas right now. So if you're in Austin, come by the mothership. I'm doing spots there all week. And then I'll be back in LA doing spots at the store in December 27th. I'm at Brea Improv with Kim Congdon. And then January 14th, we're doing This Bitch and Friends again at the main room of the Comedy Store.
Ooh, hell of a time at the Comedy Store. I had a blast.
Yeah, you did great.
I had to come do that. This is the shows my fortitude and ability to deal with adversity. I watched the Buffalo Bills squander a game that they had in hand against the best team in the NFL, the Philadelphia Eagles, and they blew it because of Sean McDermott. The coach is a moron, and I want him fired, frankly. I'm calling for his job on this podcast, and I was depressed. Do you have can you pull up my Instagram?
Was this yesterday?
This was yesterday, right before the show that I did. I had to come to the Comedy Store after this, after just feeling anger. If you follow me on Twitter at @J_Potter, you saw a rare me just raging out, and then I was like chirping people. I went off on a guy who.
Oh my god!
Okay, so.
Oh my god! I didn't see this.
Okay, so you can turn on the volume. There's volume.
Not the Bills broke me. Fire McDermott now.
I was sitting in a dark room, staring at the ceiling.
No.
Play it.
All around me are faces, worn out faces, worn out faces, bright and early for their daily races.
I can't.
Going nowhere.
It's not bad. Your singing voice isn't bad.
And the tears are filling up their glasses.
I'm gonna make a TikTok with this sound, actually, I think.
No expression, no expression. expression.
can't.
Hide my head, I wanna drown my sorrow.
You sound so sad.
I'm
It's so
done.
dark. I'm like, if I saw that yesterday, I would have been called to make sure you were
That's what I
okay.
feel
I'm
like.
done.
I would have reached out.
It's over, folks. 2025, I guess I'll look forward to that. I mean, it's just done. It's over. The source of my joy has been sucked away. I guess I'll just exist now.
Well, I'm hoping for the Chase O'Donnell Award this year. Keep that in mind, people.
Hey, this is your, I guess, final shot at it. The Roachies are coming, folks. Get ready. And Sarah's here to make one final case for her Roachie Award, which is the Chase O'Donnell Award, Best
Chase
Guest of the Year. There's some competition, but you can do it. What? Your face, you're like, I thought I was kidding.
I did.
Well, we'll
Is that,
see.
does that make me a narcissist? I was like, I gotta get it this year. Come on.
No, if
I
you
gotta
win
get the Chase O'Donnell Award.
I'm not saying it's in the bag, but I am.
You're
I'm,
not saying it's in the bag? I thought you were gonna build me up.
well, here's the
But
thing.
it-
I was all I'm doing is trying to motivate you to have a good episode here today. That's all.
Okay.
I mean, you know,
Now I'm nervous.
And the winner will walk away with a live roach. So
a live roach, Kirsten.
I'm just saying, we're trying to up
Whoa.
the
I don't
trophies
think
this year.
I don't think I want to do that as a trophy.
I want it to be gold.
Oops, just thought it would
I
be
want
an
a
idea.
Someday.
We can spray paint it.
Someday,
Spray paint it.
I don't know
Spray
if he'll be
paint.
alive, but
Spray paint a fake roach.
someday we will have actual Roachie trophies to send out there. I will make it happen once cash flow is a little greater in the roach
It
world.
looks like it'll look like I'm an exterminator if I just have a trophy of a roach like sitting in my room. I was like, oh, what's that from?
Top exterminator of 2023 here.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll get to some sports later on, but I'm feeling
Sad.
sad. I'm anti-football at the moment, and I don't even want to be reminded of it at the moment. So we're gonna get to the news first. You're lucky out there, sports haters. And typically, I'm a bit apolitical on this show. We don't talk much about politics here, but our president, boy, oh boy, you know, he used to sniff girls' hairs. Remember that? Remember he used to sniff the hair?
I forgot about that.
Yeah, now he's a little too... I don't think he knows where he is half the time, so he's not sniffing hair as often as he, once did. And if you think this is an anti-Biden stance I'm taking, it is. But I made fun of Trump, too. I made fun of Obama. I'm not I'm not one of these guys that picks a side. But here's we got vintage Joe Biden. He almost forgot. He was accused of some things, and it never really got... too much traction. I feel just like every high-level politician has probably done something disgusting and nefarious at some point sexually. So I'm just, it's kind of par for the course with every single politician or person of power, it seems. But let's watch this. This is alarming. It's like Joe forgot where he is, and he sees a little girl across the way, and he decides to approach. Let's watch.
Thank you. And I love your ears.
I love your ears.
Ew.
They're really cool.
Oh, he
What's your
beelines it to
name?
those ears.
Catherine, what a beautiful name. That's my mommy's name. Well, nice to see. How old are you, 17? 6.
How old are
Wait,
you?
wait.
17? Joe. What the f, dude? What was it?
But also,
He's like got his fingers crossed. You 17?
the thing that's really fucked me up is
Say
that
yes.
he calls his dead mother his mommy.
that's my mommy.
That's my mommy. You're 80 years old, sir. I don't think you can say mommy past 40.
I don't like it either. It is creepy.
That's my mommy's name.
That's my mommy's. And his voice is
I
like,
like your ears.
if this was a after school special about stranger danger, this is how the stranger would act. They go, I like your ears. What's your name?
Well, I'm glad that she's actually.
That's my mommy's name.
I'm glad that she's actually wearing ears. I thought he was just going up to her arbitrarily and complimenting her ears, like he had an ear fetish.
Oh, I didn't even realize I was
didn't
so
realize that
blinded
either.
by how creepy it is that I thought he was literally like, look at the lobes on her over there.
She's
Hello."
wearing like,
Really cool.
yeah,
She's got cat ears. or
she's
something?
got like cat ears or
Oh,
something.
leave-
Okay, good attention to detail.
Yes, good. I'm glad that actually makes more. Okay, thank God. There is.
Okay.
Let's give him that one. Let's give him that one. He's compliment. But still, to be like
17.
Yeah.
17 part is like yikes.
He's
Joe.
so old though. A 6-year-old looks like a 17-year-old to creepy Joe.
Hey, he got it close in the grand scale of age to him.
Yeah.
But it's like, are you 17 yet? Oh boy. tough age to pick there. Who's that? His mommy?
Yeah, it would have been hilarious if her name wasn't actually.
How does she
Catherine.
look younger than him? Golly. She off in a locker somewhere. But yeah, it's good to see.
She's underground somewhere.
Vintage Joe Biden, when he's not falling down and, saying the wrong, he's over there spotting young ladies across the way,
With cat ears or whatever the fuck.
So what the hell, by the way, I'm supposed to go to Disney World with my family in the coming year, 2024, I believe. And evidently, it's really fallen off the cliff as far as quality goes, Disney World. It used to be a place where you'd go. I remember being scared to even be high on marijuana the last time I went to Disney
Really?
World. It was 2011. It was very illegal. And my cousin and I were there with his, I actually got to facilitate a trip to take my cousin and his kid. So it's like my two cousins and their kid and me, basically. So it was fun because we did adult stuff and we had a baby or whatever to venture into the parks and stuff like that. But it's always been pristine and clean and, it's the most happy place on earth. And now, since COVID, I feel like it's become another place where maniacs and hobos go and defecate and do meth. I don't know what's going on at Disney World.
What is happening here? Is this Disneyland or Disney World?
This is Disney World, right?
I think it's Disneyland. It's
It would make
Disneyland.
more sense Disneyland.
Disneyland
For those
here
who
in
don't know,
Anaheim.
folks, Disneyland is in Los
Anaheim.
Angeles.
It's
yeah,
in Anaheim.
It's in Anaheim, whatever, same thing. Disney World is in Orlando. Disney World far superior to
See,
Disneyland.
I've never been to Disney World, but every time you tell me that, I feel like I have FOMO.
It's leaps and bounds bigger, better. I mean, I've never been to Disneyland in the fairness of Disneyland, but
You haven't?
But I was a part of the Disney Vacation Club growing up, and let's just say we avoided it for a reason. It's always the old one. It's decrepit. It was when Walt just threw together basically a theme park that is like a county fair. I mean, you might as well have.
Tears families apart.
I thought that he lived at Disneyland. He had his own little apartment. At
Well, he had his own
Disneyland.
place at Disney World too. He lived right in the. They tell you all about Disney World. Is like 4 parks. It's massive. It's clean. It's pristine. It's got a standard about it. Disneyland is like his first thing is like rough draft. Of Disney World,
Okay.
in my
I'm getting
opinion.
really defensive.
That's fine. You're from here. I get it. It's where you.
It's my happy place.
Well, the thing is now, it's weird that he has the two tent pole parks in the Disney. I say, by the way, before you start commenting, I'm gonna say Disney like a fucking mouth breather. I apologize. I don't need to hear about it. All right.
What do you call it?
I say Disney. I put a syllable in there, and that's just it's wrong, and I don't agree with it. I try to stop myself. Just know that I know. All right, before you fucking write in the comments.
I wasn't even picking up on that.
That's okay.
Disney.
It's been pointed out before. And so I did want to just put that disclaimer out there. But yes, so it's odd to me that Walt has put the 2 tent poles of his franchise, the 2 major and theme parks that basically started all the theme parks, in cities that are known to have the most rabid homeless drug addicts in the world. I mean, L.A. technically and Orlando. I mean, what are we talking about? I mean, you couldn't possibly put them in a place that has more meth heads.
No, it's fucking insane. My question is, what about Tokyo Disneyland and
I bet that
Paris Disneyland?
I hear the Paris one is a fucking nightmare and awful. I hear that might be the worst one.
Why?
And that's the thing, because it's in Paris. You'd think it's gonna be great. Then you go and it's just not up to snuff. But the Tokyo one I hear is legit.
I heard they have Mermaid Land.
Yeah, that one sounds dope.
Isn't that
Tokyo
so
sounds
cool?
dope. And they have a high standard. So let's go back to this video. This happened in Anaheim then, in your Disney park.
Don't drag my Disney because some person went rogue.
So this is in the It's a Small World ride. I've never been to the It's a Small... Now, they have one in Orlando.
This was just yesterday afternoon, too.
It
Wow.
was?
Yeah.
While the Bills were breaking my heart, some maniac smoked crack or meth or something and decided he was going to go be a part of It's a Small World. Where's the video? Do we have... Oh, there's an article that's involved here, isn't there? I
Yeah,
should
yeah.
pull that up. It's a world of laughter, a world of... in a world of meth and homeless people.
This is the first one I saw where it's just dark and he's walking past the boats, which would be absolutely terrifying.
But I feel like in the It's a Small World in LA, you're like, oh, this guy's been sleeping in here since COVID.
Oh my God.
That would be terrifying. You're like, what part of the world is he from exactly? You know, it could be now the animatronics are getting so realistic. You're like, oh, that's one of the animatronics escaped.
Wait, so he's just on foot?
He's just in that nasty water. He is just barefoot.
And that water has a scent to it.
Oh, it's disgusting. It's one of my worst nightmares.
No, can I
just
tell
falling
you
in
that the
water.
scent of that water, it does something to me.
It's got a little
smells
bit of no, there is something
getting
to it where it
goosebumps on my
reminds
neck,
you of
Childhood?
It's
Nostalgia?
not like they don't put chlorine in it or anything. They put like, it is just like oil and water and just like, it's got that like aqua scent to it, like you're in an aquarium or something.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying. So that guy, he thought it was so entrancing that he decided to wade in the waters. Now here he is deciding to, now he found some children in, I don't know what part of the world he is here. It looks a bit like India.
Mahal,
yeah.
Yes, he's got an India fetish. He's like, I'm going to go fuck the little girls in India.
meditating.
Oh, he's sitting right in the, like, I don't think you're allowed to do that in India.
He looks,
Oh no.
he literally looks insane.
He's desecrating the Taj Mahal.
What do you think he's on?
Imagine how it looks from his eyes, though.
This is meth all the way.
You think this is meth?
Yeah.
Or like mental illness?
I think he's trying to figure out what country will
definitely a
I blend
combination.
in with most.
He's
Which part of the world can I just
He's
go
sitting
to?
down to be their size. To blend in.
imagine being on this ride.
I think he's
seeing
going to
him.
go home later in the day and tell everyone I travel.
He's like, I went to India.
I've been to India. I've been to
travel.
Madagascar.
Taj Mahal.
I
Seen
saw the
it.
Taj Mahal today. What'd you do? Fucking.
I was half dressed in front of the Taj Mahal today.
It is alarming that the homeless can get into the Disney parks this way. So now keep it going. Like doesn't he get outside or
Yeah.
it seems like he really
It
did
gets very
travel the
interesting.
world. It gets very far before they take him out. And we're spinning.
Oh.
Twitter sucks with videos.
You mean
sometimes.
X?
Oh yeah, my bad.
The fact
Oh,
that's called
there's
X.
his clothing, it looks like.
Someone
This is
found
a
that.
compilation of, people who pieced all their findings together here.
Well, let's see if this article gives any insight. A Disneyland park guest in Anaheim, California, was arrested and escorted off the property by local authorities after stripping off his clothes during a It's a Small World attraction. The incident happened on Sunday afternoon during a busy Thanksgiving holiday weekend. That's nice. You got the family there. You're like, oh, what a great Thanksgiving. Oh, the homeless are, not only are they outside of Disneyland in Anaheim, they are inside it as well. But I mean, at the end of the day, here's the thing. Isn't there a part of It's a Small... can we Google someplace the countries in It's a Small World while we read this article? Because I want to see what the list is. I forget all the countries.
They got
It's been a minute.
Japan. They have blondes. Sweden.
Okay.
They got. I just went not that long ago. I'm trying to think.
Yeah,
what
you
else
had a
they-
whole day there.
Hawaii. That's not a different country, but they did have.
Yeah, that's an
Hawaiians.
odd choice. I think when It's a Small World was created, like the song and the ride and everything, Hawaii was its own country. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
We didn't buy it yet. It's
Yeah.
that's how old it was, isn't it? Notice there's no Israel in the It's a Small World ride. Walt did not include that one, if you know what I'm saying.
Walt, you motherfucker.
Yes, what side
You
would
anti-Semite
so it looks like
Walt.
we start in Europe,
Mm.
travel
Oh,
to
look at that.
Asia, then Africa.
So we
South
got
America.
what's that say? Bali, Scandinavia, France, Ireland,
Switzerland.
England. The Bali ones. Oh yeah, that's India. Go up again. Egypt, Japan. Africa's just Africa. They're like, we're not going to discern the countries there. We're just Africa's Africa. I'm surprised at the end he hasn't added a free Palestine section there. You know? So after the guest was detained, the person was removed from the property altogether after being booked by the Anaheim Police Department. It's a Small World was shut down for about an hour as park operators inspected the attraction. They had to see which countries he defecated in.
Oh my God. They have to. Yeah. Go find his like rogue clothes.
He's got a fire
Yeah.
burning in France. He's got he's got his shit just strewn about Bali. Which makes it a little more realistic at the end of the day. But
yeah.
The video of the incident went viral on social media with clips being shared. One video shows the guest walking through the sets of It's a Small World without his shirt on. Another video shows the person sitting and touching the animatronics that decorate the ride located within the Fantasyland area of Disneyland Park. It's nice that he didn't fuck anything that we know of, at least on
Not
video.
yet.
Although that's what they could be checking too. They got to go check all the
holes,
the little animatronic holes for jizz. You know,
like
You're just lubing up their gears. They're moving all smooth all of a sudden. Like they haven't looked this good since we opened the park.
yeah. You thought the water smelled bad before. Imagine after that
Oh
guy
my
takes care of it.
God.
One park guest is heard telling the streaker to please stop and to sit down as they made their way through one of the scenes of the ride set in India. Another park guest is heard worrying the person might ruin and cause damage to the props. Yeah, they are old. That's what one person's more concerned about that. But what about the animatronics? Oh my lord.
oh my God.
So here he is. Is that outside of it?
Yeah, and see, I don't know where he lost his underwear because we're outside and he is completely naked at this point.
He left
How
it
did he
in England.
How did he even get?
He is right by the
Oh
Happy
my
Holiday
God.
sign.
Oh my God. No, not his hairy asshole. I can't. I'm done. I wasn't expecting the hairy ass cheeks. If I saw a
A little
hairy
late, by the
No,
way, with
watch how
that
they carry him.
censorship thing
Yeah,
there.
watch how they carry him out too. Just
I like the little girl there crying on the side, like, "Oh, mommy, I saw a penis." Nice ears, little
They
girl. He
really-
says it like Joe Biden.
Oh my
and stuff.
God.
like I said
Oh
earlier,
my God,
it
they're
looks
ca-
like they've threw Mickey's Fantasia robe on him.
So if you're just listening on the old audio here, if you're listening here on the audio, what's happening is a bunch of people there. He went limp. It looks like he did one of those things like a child goes limp, and a bunch of men had to pick him up, and now they're carrying him by all extremities, except the one that's dangling below, out of the park. And it did. It's like they grabbed something from one of the stores. They're like, get the Mickey cloak and put it on him here. It's you know what it is? It's a beach towel. It's a Mickey beach towel.
Maybe that's what it is. Yeah.
But yeah, he does look like he's. Maybe they throw him in a suit. They're like, yeah, we're going to put you to work. We're having a trouble like employing people. So, hey, why don't we just throw a goofy costume on your naked body and you can go dance in the fucking rides all you want.
It's actually insane.
Now, you said something about people are shitting all over Disney World, Rob.
Do you think he shat too?
Is Rob in there?
I mean, it would have.
Did you say something about that, Rob?
No.
Oh, I thought you said people were
thought we were
shitting all
talking
over
about
Disney World.
shitting.
Oh, you're shitting. No, there are people shitting in Disneyland.
In it, right?
There are people shitting in the queues.
Because they're
In
waiting
the
in line
line?
so
Because they're
long.
waiting in line so long, and then they're finding a quiet corner to do their business.
Oh my!
And
what
then move
animal? I
on.
thought Disneyland is expensive. I thought.
It is.
Oh my
Oh my
lord!
That's why.
There's
That's why
no
if
fast
you're.
pass to get rid of that.
Yeah, there you go.
We got fast pass and quiet corners.
Wear a diaper or something. Have some class.
But
Jesus.
also,
Oh
like,
my
someone just,
Lord.
like, an adult man just sitting in shit and then getting on a ride.
Spreading it around. You got to get on that Peter Pan flying
You
above
take
the
a
air.
dump and then you go on, like, a Star Wars situation.
I don't know. If you've ever shit or piss on a Disney ride, I do want to know because that's impressive.
No, they're shutting it down. They used to, at least. If a little kid puked on it or shit on it or something, that ride is shut down
But
for
if
hours.
this is in the line, though,
I mean, golly, that is
I
third
think they
world.
just throw a
What happened to
wet
America?
floor sign up
Dude,
and you got to step
having-
around it.
Imagine accidentally shitting yourself at Disneyland. That's a bad day.
Well, accidentally, or how about deliberately, like these people are evidently. They're like, I can't possibly get out of this line for the teacups. What are we talking about here? What ride is more important than shitting in a toilet? There's no ride you could tell me where I go, I'd shit my pants to go on that one.
The Dumbo one, where it's like in a circle.
Yeah.
Like, I
Up
shat
and
myself.
down
But
and up.
yeah.
I get it if your child is shitting their pants. That's one thing. But if you're as the mom or dad going like, hold our spot, Timmy. I'm going to go shit in this bush over here. Fuck me.
Daddy will be right back.
And then some poor sucker with ears has to come by with that little sweep thing and mop up your... We got another shit over here. We got...
Oh,
God
What's
damn.
more disappointing, not taking your kid to Disneyland or shitting yourself at Disneyland?
I mean, I'd rather not take my kid to Disneyland than shit in front of, like, in a... I mean, good God. I thought...
imagine you get food poisoning. You're at Disneyland. You just housed a Mickey pretzel. Everything's fine. All of a sudden, your stomach. That's your stomach.
They have plenty of facilities to shit into.
You run to the bathroom. There's a line.
I'm jumping that. I'm fast passing that one. I'm showing my fast pass at that line.
What is that? Like, you're like, I'm literally shitting myself right now?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You scream aggressively enough, people are going to let you.
Have you ever done that?
Yeah.
They'll let you
on an airplane.
I have to go. Like that?
No, but I mean, you just
it's
make
an emergency. Like
you just
that?
make it known. I mean,
yeah.
You just make it known.
I'm actively shitting myself right now. Can
Yes.
I actually get into the bathroom before you?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Maybe with a little more urgency, but yeah.
I'm actively shitting right now. Can I actually get into the bathroom before you?
I mean, you sound insane, but also
you shit yourself already.
Should I drink more Red Bull?
there would be a level of understanding, I would hope, at that point. I mean, to go, you know what? There's a line in the bathroom. I guess I'll just go behind this corn dog cart.
Not a corn
is
dog
insane.
cart. It took a shit behind
the corn dog crouch.
The
Yeah.
pineapple Dole Whip.
There's a line of people like taking pictures on Pluto's lap, and you're like in the background, like copping a squat in some bush in the background.
Farting.
Oh, there's like a kid like, "Hi Pluto," hugging him and shit, and you're just like through the bushes like a fucking velociraptor. I don't know. I'm disappointed, folks. The Bills lost. People are ruining Disney World.
I have a friend that was Goofy. He dressed up as Goofy at Disneyland in college.
That's cool.
He would get wasted, and it worked for the character.
Oh, because he's all like,
yeah, Goofy. Yeah.
I feel like if they knew about that, he would be like not only fired, but they would
ban
never.
him.
They would keep him in the tunnels beneath the park. I feel like and never let him out. I feel like Disney gets intense.
Does Disney have Hamas type tunnels?
Yes.
I have seen videos of that. They have like back rooms where like people have wound up and then they get escorted out of there.
Yeah.
Wait.
If you get caught with weed at Disney World, you are like you get put into like a Disney gulag.
A Disney jail.
Yeah. There's 100% a jail in there.
Guest exposes Disney secrets
There's
during a legal break-in.
There's so many tunnels beneath the surface.
What are they for?
They have their own fire
They're
department.
full of shit and secrets over there at Disney.
In Orlando, they have their own fire department.
What?
Yeah.
Wild.
It's crazy. Well, we used to be a country. Next up, we have something a little more understandable and something that,
Yeah.
makes a lot more sense. This man was arrested for indecent exposure at a place called Come and Go. They spell cum, K-U-M, on this place.
Yep, that's how it's spelled.
Have you ever been to a Come and Go?
Many times.
Wait, I'm sorry. I don't know what the fuck a come and go is.
It's a 7-Eleven. It's a Buc-ee's. It's one of these gas stations,
I am so disturbed that they spell cum K-U-M.
They know what they're doing.
The original one got,
Why couldn't they just say C-O-M-E? Why couldn't they do that?
too many letters.
An Iowan...
I actually prefer jizz and go. It has a better flow.
An Iowan, this is one of Kirsten's people, an Iowan pleasured himself outside of a Come and Go store and then departed for his nearby apartment, according to an indecent exposure complaint filed following his arrest yesterday. I think he just took the title of the store a little too literally. He quite literally came and went. Mm-hmm. According to the cops, victims called 911 to report that an unknown male had said sexual things to them and began masturbating in their presence.
Ugh.
Oh, my Lord.
What kind of sexual things are you saying outside of a come and go?
That's always an odd thing when it comes to this is definitely a moment of semen terrorism, and we have quite a few, actually. The semen terrorism, with what's going on in the world, has been on the rise. The world is a little bit more volatile these days, and the semen terrorists are taking advantage.
A nasty man.
This man, indeed, yes, is multiple subjects from the Come and Go, neighboring businesses and apartments identified the defendant.
Oh my God, he looks like he would be jacking off outside at come and go.
Imagine the sexual thing. Nice ears, he says. Yes. Contacted at home, this man denied he was the individual captured on the surveillance video. However, he confirmed he had clothing that matched the video. Oh yeah, that looks like my clothes, but it's not me. I have that shirt though. Yeah, no, I think.
Why wouldn't he switch shirts?
It's a Nike shirt. I mean, everyone has it.
After you jack off publicly, I go home, I take off the shirt.
Just do it.
Yeah. Hop in the shower too. Like, clean it up, buddy. He looks like someone who would come in public.
A search warrant at Kelly's apartment resulted in the seizure of garments that matched surveillance and traffic camera video from the incident. Now, here's the thing. They seized the garments. Did they find jizz on them? That would be
Yeah.
the real telltale sign. Although, if I happened to be a gentleman who was, mistaken as somebody who was jerking off at a come and go, they knock on my door and they say, "Sir, where were you during the hours of 3 p.m. and 3:03 p.m., when you were jerking off, when the man was jerking off?" And I would have been like, "Well, I was here." And then I'd go, "Let me see the clothes." And it would match. And I'd be like, "This is a weird circumstantial thing." They would then test for jizz. That could just be jizz from...
Old jizz.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like they need to show up with a black light. You know how they used to do that on like Room Raiders on MTV?
Yes.
They'd be like, and just hold it over the sheets and you could see everything that was on there. I'd show up with a fucking black light and wand him. And I bet there'd just be splooge all over that Nike hoodie.
But, Your Honor, this is circumstantial. My client was merely at home masturbating when he jizzed upon his clothes. Now, this Nike sweater could be worn by many people. According to sales reports, Nike sold 4,000 of these sweaters just last week. Kelly was arrested Thursday and booked into jail for indecent exposure, a serious misdemeanor for which bond has yet to be set. When questioned by police, he claimed he wasn't exposing himself, but instead was just scratching his genitals. Oh, see, you put yourself into a sticky wicket there. You can't
Not scratching his genitals. That's even actually worse.
Scratching my exposed genitals.
You can't get an itch outside the come and go.
My penis was itchy.
What, you expected me to scratch him over the clothes? That's not effective. Got to get right on in there.
Dude, imagine, like, even if my pussy was very itchy, I wouldn't be scratching it outside of an AM PM. You know what I mean? I go behind a closed space.
Shanky just scratching her
Scratching
puss
her
outside of an
puss.
ANPM?
Yeah.
What an image.
When you're itchy, man.
I mean, I've been in public where I've just not cared at all what I look like or what I'm wearing. But yeah, no, I'm not like grabbing my cock or anything like that, Guys get itchy, I can understand doing a little readjustment, but when you're scratching to the point it can be confused of masturbating, say he was just scratching, but if it was confused for masturbating,
He was furiously.
you're really digging in. Yeah, exactly.
He was furiously scratching.
Yeah, you're going to need to show me the claw marks, sir, because boy, oh boy. Now, Jefferson Nally, who is a Roachie winning reporter, from the past, he's sort of, I've learned, decided to focus his attention, which oftentimes accomplished reporters do. They decide, instead of just taking on things as they come, he has a focus, he has a bent, and he's decided to take on semen terrorism as his topic. And boy, oh boy, he's letting us know about some very, very strange instances out there. A young woman was ejaculated upon by a stranger at the St. Kilda Festival. Now, what is this festival, Kirsten? Can we look that up? The St. Kilda Festival.
It sounds fun.
Now, if it's a festival in which you ejaculate onto people, this man was completely in the right.
I don't think that's the intention of it.
Well, that's what I want to find out, what kind of festival it is.
It's a free celebration of Australian music summer in St. Kilda. Who the fuck is St. Kilda?
Well, apparently an Australian person. It doesn't say anything about jizzing in that, though, so evidently this person was in the wrong. The victim, identified only as Emma, 20, said she believed the incident could have been much more serious. Well, yeah, I mean, he could have R-worded you. You know what I'm saying? Could have got way bad, I mean, I guess you're right. I'm pretty happy it wasn't worse. Pretty angry, though, and pretty angry towards men. That's funny.
Get cummed on by one predator.
Yeah,
I would hate all men, too, if a stranger just jizzed on me.
I mean, girls get ghosted by a guy they met on Instagram and they hate all men, so I imagine one errand jizzing upon would definitely make someone hate the gender a bit.
You know what I would do?
What's that?
I would get like one of those fake pregnancy bumps and then be like, look what you did. You owe
By
me
coming
money.
on you? You got you pregnant?
Yeah.
He might be psyched about that. And also,
Giving it. Thank you so much. Free jizz.
I think all you've done then is maximize the amount of people he'll be jizzing on just to see if it works again. You'd actually be incentivizing him to continue with his nefarious deeds. It's been a bit traumatizing, she says. I just want to catch him so that nothing like this can ever happen to someone else or something worse, because I feel like it could have been a lot worse. She keeps saying that. She keeps saying how it could have been a lot worse in the public
could have
setting.
gotten fucked in the ass.
So this evidently is a music festival.
Seems worse.
And Emma was near the main stage watching the Fundamentals, which sounds like the gayest band I've ever heard of in my life. Fundamentals? Can we see what they've...
The fundamentals. It's
Pull me up some fundamentals.
It sounds like fundamentals with the lisp.
Yeah, I
the
don't
fundamentals.
like it. It sounds like a nerd band that your teachers
sure.
have a nerd band that they're trying to teach you math with. Ew.
What up, everyone? We're the fundamentals.
It's the most Australian gay shit I've ever seen. Anyways, it was around 8:20 p.m. Saturday, February 7th, when the man masturbated onto her back. He then walked calmly into the crowd and disappearing. He had that post-nut clarity, and he just disappeared into the abyss. Emma said she was aware that the man was a little too close before the incident, but that in the mayhem of the mosh pit, these people have a mosh pit.
Jacking off right next to a mosh pit?
That's the thing. Like, the fact that you can get hard in a mosh pit is crazy. Now, I've never been in a Fundamentals mosh pit. I don't know how they're rolling over there in Fundamental land. But, I went to a band called Mushroom Head one time, and Mushroom Head looks a lot different than the Fundamentals, I'll tell you that. They're very Slipknot-esque, and I was in a mosh pit in one of those, and there was a man who was wearing a shirt that said, "Please kick me in the head," and he would lay on the ground, and people would just fucking...
No.
I can't believe he's not dead. But that was the type of mosh pit that I was witnessing. There was lots of blood. There were people getting knocked down, but of course getting picked back up again. This man decided this is a good place to get hard and jerk off. Now, maybe I can imagine, sometimes in a concert you're pressed against people and stuff like that. Even then, to be able to reach down below and grab your penis and jerk off takes tremendous might and a lack of focus. I don't know. I think a lack of focus.
Are you on ecstasy? Are you on Molly?
Right.
Are you a predator?
Yes.
You're at a music
you
festival.
are.
You're at a music festival, right?
If he
and
wasn't
you're just so fucking horny by the mosh pit that you're like, I can't just sit here without taking my dick out.
If he wasn't a predator before this, he certainly became one.
Yeah.
He is.
He's a predator.
This person says everyone was jumping up and down on the ground along with the music, so it was hard to tell if he was sort of going along with it or sort of doing something else.
Like,
I can't imagine confusing things to being like, yeah, he was jumping down in a different way. His hand was jumping up and down with the music. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe he's just such a Fundamentals fan that he had to come. I just felt something on me and turned around and saw him doing up his fly. The detective from Moorabbin Sexual Offenses and Child Abuse Investigation Team said that the public nature of the attack was a particular concern for the police. It was a mosh pit. I think mosh pit's getting changed in translation here. Because it sounds more like it's just like a concert where people are jumping and jam-packed. That's not a mosh pit necessarily. There were thousands of people around. It's obviously concerning behavior for police. It's very disturbing in such a public place to have the courage to do that and want to do that. Not only the courage, but the physical ability is alarming to me.
To just jizz in a mosh pit.
I have to have the white noise machine on. I have to have the blinds drawn. I mean,
same. It's like a mental thing.
Yeah, I need maybe a sound bowl or something, to jerk off. But this guy's in a fucking mosh pit just blowing clips. It's unbelievable. She had immediately removed her top in the middle of the mosh pit, handing her wallet and phone to a woman standing behind her before her sister came to her aid. She took her top off and 3 other guys started jerking off. Emma said although she was left without a scratch on her, she would be scarred by the incident. It's really gross, pretty disgusting. He must be sick in the head to do something like that. Her clothes will be forensically analyzed. That's what we like to see. Collect that jizz, baby. Find out who it is. Get that jizz on file. Detectives wanted to speak to the woman who held the victim's wallet while she changed her clothes. Investigators have also released a computer-generated image of the suspect. Do we have that?
Well, we do, because we also have the actual suspect now.
Oh.
I did some investigating. This article is from 2015.
Now, let's just say this man could have been a part of the It's a Small World ride. If he would have been sitting in the Taj Mahal, we would have been like, is he part of it?
This is what they had him generated as in 2015.
When the story happened?
Yeah.
And now since then,
if you look at the next article I typed up there for you, turns out this wasn't his first or last time doing these type of things.
A Pakistani man who ejaculated on a young woman at a music festival during the spat of public masturbation offenses has been unmasked as high-flying finance specialist earning $120,000 a year.
Dude, looking at all those numbers, you need to let some steam off.
They have titled him a serial public masturbator.
Oh, so this is great because that means this guy is like the Osama bin Laden of jizz terrorism. At the end of the day, he is like Amud. We got a big one basically. This is Obama bombed a Yemeni wedding, and we got one of the leaders. That's what's happening here.
Oh my God!
The image was a little off, and that might be why it took us so long to get him.
Why? What was? Oh, there he is. There.
I gotta say, he's better looking in real life than in the computer.
How off is it? No, I'm just kidding. Muhammad Khan, 40, pleaded guilty. By the way, $120,000 a year doesn't seem like a lot of money for a finance specialist.
Well, that's why he's just gotta come.
He's like, he's out there.
He's
letting
like,
his anger out.
I'm
Those
done.
should be higher numbers.
I'm fucking done crunching. I need to come.
He's crunching a different thing.
Yeah.
Despite Khan's offenses, his wife, this man has a wife, has pledged that she will stick by the father of 2 children, both under 6.
Oh.
Not only does he have a wife, she found out he's been one of the most nefarious jizz terrorists in the history of our lifetime. And she goes, you know what? I'm going to stand by my man.
Yeah, it's sad.
Unbelievable. This goes into the files of Josh being confused how people get wives.
Yeah.
They were at a concert one time, and she was just like, hey.
She felt something warm on her back and was like,
is that,
I'm in love.
Is that my husband?
He's a bit of a freak.
So let's see what we've got here in his litany of attacks between 2015 and 2019. Looks like COVID might have stopped him from being able to, that 6-foot distance of COVID, he couldn't come onto people anymore, you know? He didn't have the velocity to shoot it that far. Police facts state the victim felt something warm on her back and turned around to see Khan buttoning up his pants. That was the one that happened in the festival at 2015. Investigators launched the public appeal in the wake of the incident to find the person responsible. 2 years later, February 8th, 2017, he struck again, preying on a woman who was catching a tram from Flinders Street to the Royal Melbourne Hospital. She told police a man touched her leg and then ejaculated onto her dress. Is this guy just able to come? He's just like, hello. Oh.
Ejaculated onto her dress. That's some Bill Clinton shit.
Imagine being able to come that fast. It's unbelievable. Then again, on March 4th, 2018, Khan attended Melbourne's Brunswick Festival and once again decided to ejaculate on a female stranger.
I felt something wet and realized Khan had ejaculated on her top and her jeans. Not the top and the jeans.
Man, he's really blasting. No, he's just getting it whoosh, everywhere, painting with a wide brush. His other offense came October 18th in 2019 when Khan was captured on CCTV approaching a woman from behind at the Carlton Club. The vision shows him touching her buttocks and dragging his finger up her legs. While Khan was pulled from the previous job at Bendigo's Kagan Institute after the firm was informed of his sexual assault charges, when he failed a working with children check, he has since found another high-paying employer. That's great. Good for him. I'm glad he can still be employed out there. You know, the rest of us not coming on people, having a hard time. He's now a senior employee at the insurance and financial services company AB Phillips, where he rakes in $120,000 a year. His lawyer, Amelia Beach, says the charges have been a huge impact on him. I would hope so. She said that he is the breadwinner of the family, and he's concerned that if he is convicted, he may lose his lucrative job. Khan's wife, acting as a character reference, described him as a hard worker, devoted father, and husband. I promise you, my husband is up of the best character. He only comes inside of me.
He comes only inside of me, but on top of other strangers.
Yeah. I mean, maybe that's what her justification is. She's like, wait a minute, he's coming onto their clothes?
He's not
So
coming
what?
Inside their pussies.
Yeah, that's...
I'm good.
She has such low self-esteem with herself. She's like, oh, phew, I thought he was cheating on me. He's just on the train coming on legs? Okay. Phew, that's fine. I'll stand by him. Khan is due to be sentenced on Tuesday, July 20th. This is back in 2021. And but he didn't get any jail time. Man, oh man.
No jail time?
How many legs you got to come on before you get put in jail? Let me know out there what you find in the comments. Anyhow, we've got another one. This is the Canadian Comer, he's been dubbed. Jefferson Nally sending this one in too. Toronto police say they are searching for a suspect after it was reported a man had allegedly ejaculated onto a woman's clothing while she was out walking with a baby in the stroller. Now, here's where you got to look at the cup half full.
Yeah.
He did not come on the baby.
Yeah, that's true. But if someone came on my baby, the baby I don't have, by the way, I would be, You would not like the shank you would get if you cummed on my baby. If you cummed on my baby, I would make a stink of it. I'm not joking.
I would hope not. I would hope not.
If somebody cummed on my baby,
don't come on my baby.
You just keep saying "come on my baby," and it's so wild.
It makes me so mad. Like if I was holding a baby and then somebody just jizzed on me, I think I would go crazy.
Well, the baby was in a stroller, so I'm saying like, if I'm coming,
yeah,
I would imagine an errant drop or two might get into that stroller, but he had such precise aim that he's like, blah, lady, not the baby.
Dude, I go full crazy.
I know.
Like a mama bear.
Well, so say you're walking with your baby.
Okay, I like this. So I'm like in maybe like one of those carriers.
A bassinet. No, you have a stroller.
Yeah,
you're pushing a stroller.
Okay, sorry. My fantasy got messed up with,
now
you're
like,
the real story.
You're just like,
I'm a mommy blogger.
I'm under a waterfall. I have it in a bassinet.
I'm breastfeeding. And then somebody comes on me.
No, okay. So you're walking with your baby in a stroller.
Yeah.
A man jizzes on you. Are you then relieved? Your first instinct, is it relief that no jizz hit the baby?
My first instinct is you're going to jail, dude. How dare you jizz?
Not if you're
not jizzing next to my baby.
Not if you're Muhammad Khan.
Muhammad Khan's a little monster.
Police said the sexual assault was reported. Investigators said the woman was out on in an area walking with her baby in a stroller when a man approached her unprovoked. He then allegedly ejaculated on her clothing and then got into a white van and drove away. It's always a white van.
Yeah.
The suspect was last seen wearing a dark color hooded sweater, so this man is on the loose.
No, in Toronto. I thought Canadians were nice.
That's also wild. He had a van set up, so he knew that he had somewhere to get away
getaway
to right
car.
after. Yeah,
maybe he had a driver like, once you come, I'll pull right down the street and scoop you up.
Wingman.
Maybe he has
you go come on that sidewalk and then I'll drive you off into the sunset.
Maybe he has like a mom fetish.
Maybe. We'll never know. He escaped. It's interesting to me that man in Australia came on so many women and didn't see jail time because, correct me if I'm wrong, you can go to jail for quite a few things in Australia these days that are pretty light. Like Australia's looking pretty fucked up to me at this moment.
Really?
I forget what, I'm trying to think of something specific. They made cigarettes $50. I know that.
Yeah, the Australian guy, he was only placed on a 24-month corrections order, and he had to do 250 hours of unpaid community work.
It's a tough business out there, folks. Be careful. If you see something, say something.
And if you're at a festival, just watch your back.
Yeah, I mean, try and be a little more discerning. We know what enjoying music looks like, and we know what masturbating looks like. And sometimes you can enjoy music whilst masturbating, but please do that in the confines of your own home.
Or a quiet corner.
Wear something waterproof when you go to just wipe it off with a Lysol wipe.
If you feel compelled to masturbate because the music is moving you so much, walk away. That's all I'm saying. Next up, we have an article from T-Bone. This one's interesting because it involves flying on a plane. You're going to fly on a plane tomorrow.
Yes, I am.
A woman stripped naked from the waist down in the aisle of a Frontier Airlines flight to the shock and disgust of surrounding passengers. You're not flying Frontier tomorrow, are you?
Absolutely not.
Thank you. That's for zoo animals, folks.
Absolutely. Oh, my God.
Only zoo animals fly Frontier. That's what they should have that as their commercial. Are you a zoo animal? Then fly Frontier.
Did you like the
friendly
growl?
skies. I did like that. That was like a sound effect. Apparently, this woman intended to pee right there in the middle of the aisle after Frontier flight attendants told her that she couldn't use the bathroom at that time.
Honestly,
so the plane is probably like, it's on takeoff, and she's like, I've got to go now. And they're like, you can't. And she goes, well, watch me.
I, as someone who has to pee frequently.
Yeah, you get an aisle seat because you pee all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love an aisle seat. I'm in and out. I don't want to walk through some motherfucker sitting in the middle with their tray table out.
You are why I don't get aisle seats, because I don't want someone walking by me. I go, you put Papa in his little hole in the window seat, and then he doesn't move until the plane is at the next stop.
Yeah, I feel like you hibernate.
Oh yeah, once I'm seated, We are not moving until it's like, dong, and then the buckles come off, and people, go their way out the plane. Apparently, she intended to pee in the aisle, yes. As the crowds of passengers roared in disgust and shock, I'm sure there was one going like, sick, do it.
When you gotta go, you gotta go.
Do it over here. I got a seat for you.
Yeah.
My face. I don't give a fuck, she told multiple people. Fuck you, and exclaimed, I gotta go pee. Ugh, what an animal. Despite insisting that she didn't give a fuck, she quickly pulled her pants back up and stood up. So I guess, common sense got the better of her. What, is that her face? Can we see it?
I mean,
is
here's
she
a video
hot?
of her doing it real quick.
Oh, you found I thought it was taken down.
Oh, no, I saw this video before.
Oh,
I
I'd
saw the
be
article.
like more like,
Do we have sound?
oh no. Oh no. And with the purse on.
Oh,
I feel like this is more of a, can I say this is a performative gesture? Because she drew attention to it. Does have the purse on.
why not just let her in the bathroom?
Also, like, why'd she
let her
pick?
just piss.
Why'd she pick like row 14 to do it in? Like go into the back of the plane or the front or wherever. You know what I mean? Do it in the galley.
I don't think I think it's Frontier's fault. I feel like
I
they're just
kinda
blocking
feel-
the bathroom for no reason. Let the girl piss.
I mean, it could have been at a moment, like I said, where the captain had the fasten seatbelt sign on because of turbulence or
You can still make it
approach.
Yeah, I mean,
I've been in the bathroom on landing. You can make it. You just have to charge them hard enough.
Kirsten, you're you sound like a terrorist.
No, I had to throw up one time on landing.
Well, I've done that too, and I had them almost tackle me because I was actually, it was like
Really?
I was coming into New York. Sometimes you land at LaGuardia and they do that sharp ass turn around the Statue of Liberty, and that, like, I don't know, we pulled G's or something, and it made me sick. And the second we hit the tarmac, I was like, I'm gonna puke, and I ran back there, and a woman was like, I thought she was gonna have the air marshal shoot me or something. I mean, sure, it was like, this is like 2008. So a little closer to, remember that? So, I think it might have had something to do with that. But, yeah, I mean, I haven't had that kind of emergency since then. So maybe in more lax times like today, they don't get so up in arms about it.
I don't know. When I remember as a kid being on a plane and my dad having to pee and him making a scene. It was a big scene. He was like, I gotta go. You don't tell me when I have to go. It was like a whole thing. PTSD from Steve having to pee on the way to Maui. 92.
That was your dad?
Yeah.
Wild.
He made a scene.
That's wild. I thought you were talking about another person.
No,
but
one
it was
thing
your
about
dad.
Steve, he's going to make a scene.
That's interesting. So, I mean, were you traumatized from that now?
Yeah, I just brought it up.
That's why you get an aisle seat?
Oh, yeah.
No, I mean, like, it's affected how you operate on
Well,
planes.
no, because I am just like, I'm one person that always has to pee. I just remember him, he's not like that. And I just remember being like, whoa, Dad's mad. And everyone on the plane is looking at him right now.
Oh, my Lord. So, we'll get this, okay?
Yeah.
So, we're on her team right now for the moment. A passenger was upset that she required to sit in her assigned seat. We know this. I literally had a front row seat to the spectacle. She threatened to kill another passenger.
Whoa.
This is from another witness on the plane. She threatened me after I told her to sit down, Hartman said, although this wasn't captured on video. I hope she was arrested and banned from flying again. Hartman explained that the incident took place during landing. Aha! And said that there was security everywhere when they disembarked the plane. The crazed woman pointlessly wore a black surgical mask over her. I like how this anti-mask guy writes in here. The crazed woman pointlessly wore a black surgical mask over her chin, not even close to covering her mouth. Oh, I guess he's like pro-mask guy. As she screamed and threatened to urinate in a very public display. Before whipping down her pants and underwear in one swift motion, she flung a black jacket over one of the plane's seats. Oh, she could have just pissed in the seat is what I'm getting at. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Instead of doing it in the aisle.
She could have.
I'd
I'd be too shy. I'd be like,
front.
I don't want everyone to see my muffin top right now. Like, I'm on a plane. Like, no thanks.
Yeah, that's what's crazy.
Like, the confidence it takes to just, like, pull it out and just start pissing.
It's pretty gnarly.
Yeah.
Go, like, full bush out on a plane.
Well, let's get into some sports because we have to because it's part of the show.
Beep 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 beep. Beep 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 deep dee.
R.I.P. Bills. Anyhow, we've got some fun videos that we can fly through here. We talked a lot. Well, I did the Canadian national anthem on this program. I did the American national anthem, all because I love anthem fuck ups. They're like my favorite error to make because, this is what you've been hired to do. You would think that you would nail it. You know what I mean? This is your big shot. You're singing the anthem. It's not like they called you 30. It's not like they just pick a person from the crowd and go, seat number 34 in row K. You're singing the national anthem. You know what I'm saying? It's not like he's caught off guard. And the Canadian anthem is oddly simple. I proved on this program that it's more simple than the American national anthem even. And, well, this guy fucks it all up. Let's watch it.
The true north, strong and free. Oh, Canada, we stand arise. We stand on God for thee.
Those aren't the words, folks.
God keep our land glorious and free.
So he went all over the place because he started over again, basically.
That's wild.
Yeah, he just had it completely wrong, and people's faces are like, what? This happened during a Sabres game, so I caught it, and that was a very fun video. I'm glad that guy, I mean, here's the thing. Every Sabres game, they sing the Canadian national anthem, no matter what. It's the only sports team in North America that does both anthems every game.
Why do they do that?
It's so close to the border. A lot of Canadians come down to watch hockey.
Okay.
Hockey
It's
is
inclusive.
a Canadian sport. Yes, it is. But I love those. Anytime you hear someone fuck up any national anthem, please to be sending it to me, joshpottershow@gmail.com. I forget what this next one is. They don't know what they're doing. Let's watch it. This is an announcing gaffe.
Catching traffic, but that's what you need to give your offense another set of downs.
Hey, they don't know what they're doing.
That's amazing. I want that. Here's the thing: putting mics down on the field can become They do a mic'd up show, but it's very sanitized. Obviously, they're not going to put swear words out there. They're not going to put shit talk out there. They're not going to put, shit talk that we want to hear. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to put slurs on there.
He fucked my friend's wife.
Yeah, exactly. Stuff like that, or like I fucked your wife. Stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or I'm going to fuck your wife, or whatever the case may be. But this was an interesting one that was caught by the broadcast mics of, if you're just listening at home, the San Francisco 49ers are playing the Jacksonville Jaguars, I do believe. And they said to each other, they don't know what they're doing as they're lining up. And someone on the Jacksonville Jaguars confirms, no, we don't.
That's amazing.
And next up, we have Myles Garrett showing off, I do believe. See what he's showing off here?
Yeah, he's in the gray sweats, the dick.
I mean, this is like a level of semen terrorism in itself here. I mean, this man, he's not jizzing anywhere, but he's like, I got to do a press conference. I'm going to just have my fucking bulge out. And he's got his hands up, so he's delivering this message.
I'm feeling a certain way from looking at him.
What's that?
I like him. I like everything he's doing. Keep it up, King. Nothing hotter than a man in gray sweatpants. Let's see the bulge.
I mean, it's right there.
Can
you not see it?
I can see it exactly.
You can see it exactly.
I can see that he's circumcised from... I can literally tell that he's circumcised right now. Look.
Oh, now that I can't believe there's reporters there. There's probably women there. That was always the crazy part about being media and going into the locker room. I've seen Terrell Owens completely naked, and it's alarming that I'm the same species as him. But it also is alarming that there's just women walking around there too, and I gotta be a professional.
Walking around.
Well, get a media pass, Toots, and you can get right in there.
What's his name?
Myles Garrett.
What does he do?
He plays defensive end for the Cleveland Browns.
Is that baseball? I mean,
no, that's,
football?
It's football, yes.
Cool.
Yeah, check him out.
Hey, Myles Garrett, call me.
Yeah, Myles Garrett, hit those DMs. He would rip you in half. I mean, Myles Garrett, in a bad way.
Oh.
I mean, you would die. I feel like you would die.
I'm listening.
I mean, I guess if that's what you want.
No, I don't want to be ripped in half.
He is...
that was him soft for a media interview.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's him.
That was media.
That was him, with bright lights and flashes and multiple people holding microphones in his face.
I feel like if he choked me, I could just accidentally die too. Did you see his bicep?
Yeah, he's huge. He's also one of the most violent men on the football field that's ever existed. He's a specimen. But
yeah, he is.
Isn't that true? I would imagine for a normal guy, the smallest times your dick is press conference. hospital. Jesus being put onto the cross. His dick was probably real small. Stuff like that.
Oh,
but if you,
I thought you meant your dick, like when you saw.
Sure, anybody who's getting crucified on a cross would have a really small penis in that point. They don't show Jesus' penis.
Yeah, swimming.
They don't show Jesus' penis for a reason, because it would.
Oh, they put a little loincloth on him.
And I don't imagine that was the case when it happened. But they don't want to show Jesus' penis, because if we're looking up at that crucifixion and we see that crucifixion dick,
the micro,
I don't believe in anything.
Yeah,
I'm not reading the Bible.
That's
after
not
that.
the Son of God.
Yeah, exactly. I don't
that
need
micro penis.
That I mean, and here's the thing. Naturally, of course, his penis is ultra small. He's being nailed to a cross. My dick would crawl in my body. But you nail Myles Garrett to the cross.
He's still got a hog.
You might not even be able to lift that cross. His dick might look like a swastika the way that thing's hanging out, different angles.
You'd put a shoe on it.
So now we have a couple of things here where some announcers fuck up. Let's see what this one is. This is from Hanson. Send this one in.
Be an illegal crackback block.
Safety. That's always tough. You know, we've heard those types of things before, where you get your mouth all tongue-tied and then you say cock. How many times does that happen to us?
His recovery was so bad.
Everyone on the air. Yeah, he didn't even say cock the first time. He goes, a crock pot cock.
Be an illegal crackback block on the safety.
I don't even know what he was trying to say. A crackback block? That's not a thing. He's like, it's an illegal block in the back. And he's like, well, we got that now right there. You got an illegal cock. Crock block. Fuck.
I also was getting crock pot vibes.
That's what he said first. And you have an illegal crock pot there. And cock block. Fuck. Yeah, he basically said cock block at the end of that, which is all cock blocks are illegal, folks. Do not cock block your friends. And lastly, we have one here, which I don't want to play repeatedly. I just want to play it once.
Coach Levy, the offensive coordinator, he's always...
Oh, that guy got real panicked. He got super panicked. Now, that isn't like the Glenward tape that we heard earlier, where he was like, N-word League Museum. He just blatantly looked into the camera and said it. That one, everyone's like, you're fired. This guy was just tongue-tied, and he's got sounds like he's a sideline reporter based off of the duress in his voice and where it is with the noise around him. And he immediately was like, offensive coordinator. He said it right after, he cleaned it up after that.
Yeah,
you know?
He did.
Oh, my Lord. That one was from Tim Wing, sending that one into joshpottershow@gmail.com. If you have anything you'd like to send, whether it be a Roach reporting, maybe you can help Jefferson Nally find all the semen terrorism out there, or perhaps there's other things out there in the world that you want covered here on the program, joshpottershow@gmail.com is the place to do it. Please, Sarah, plug all of your things as you are coasting into the Roachie Awards this season.
Thank you. At Princess Shank on Instagram and Twitter for show dates. Brea Improv, December 27th. This Bitch and Friends, January 14th, Main Room Comedy Store. And I'll be in Texas all week, so if you're in Austin, come out. You can find all my dates at Princess Shank on Instagram, and also patreon.com/Sara Weinshenk for bonus content.
And I will be this evening at the Brea Improv. If you're watching this on the day it comes out, that is November 29th to be exact. Josh Potter and friends, Annie Letterman, Miranda Meadows, and more special guests hopefully going to be added in the interim between this taping and the actual show. And then this weekend, 5 shows in La Jolla, California, the Comedy Store in La Jolla. Pleased to be getting tickets to that and coming out. And then again, I will be down in Florida, Tampa Bay, December 22nd and 23rd. Pleased to be getting tickets to Side Splitters, and I'll come celebrate Christmas with the Roach. All the ticket links are right in the description, and you can find links to the Patreon, to Twitch, and many, many other things. JoshPotterMerch.com, of course. And I appreciate y'all very much. Thank you once again for scurrying out from under the fridge, from under the floorboards, and joining us for another episode of the Josh Potter Show. Thank you to Rob, Milo. Thank you to Kirsten. Love having you back in the studio. And we will see you next week, next Wednesday, with a very, very special guest I'm excited about. Ken Flores is going to be here. Yeah, I'm pumped. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye-bye.